Hello, Unexcel family, and welcome to another YouTube video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing what are some of the necessary documents that you need to apply for a Canadian visitor's visa. We will provide you with a checklist of some of the necessary documents in order to apply for your visa. Now, following up to our last video, we have gotten lots of questions and queries asking us what are some of the documents that you need to apply for a visitor visa, and we're going to be discussing them right now. So, some of the things that you'll need to prove: you'll need proof of identity, you'll need an invitation letter or a hotel reservation for those who cannot provide an invitation letter, proof of funds, proof of relationship, proof of ties to country, and basic stuff, including photograph. Let's talk about proof of identity. For proof of identity, you will be required to provide a copy of your passport along with all visas and stamps. So if you have traveled before and you have stamps in your passport, along with the picture page of your passport, we will need copies of all the stamps and visas. Also, a birth certificate is required. For an invitation letter, the host in Canada that will be hosting you will be required to provide an invitation letter. And as we have mentioned in a previous video, if you're unable to produce an invitation letter, you can provide a hotel reservation. For those who are using an invitation letter, here is some of the information that should be included. The host in Canada is the one preparing the letter. They should provide information about you, the visitor: your complete name, your date of birth, your address and telephone number, your relationship with them, the purpose of your trip, how long you plan to stay in Canada, where you'll be staying, who will be paying for things such as your airfare, who will be taking care of accommodation, food, etc., and when you plan to leave Canada. All this should be included in the letter. In addition, the host in Canada should provide information about themselves as well. They should include their complete name, their date of birth, their address and telephone number in Canada, their job title. They should also indicate whether or not they're a Canadian citizen or a Canadian permanent resident. They should provide a photocopy of their status document. So, whether that's their Canadian passport, their permanent resident card, a Canadian birth certificate, or their citizenship certificate. They should also include in the letter details of any family member living with them. They should provide their names and date of birth as well. Let's talk about proof of funds. Now, IRCC wants to ensure that you're able to pay for your trip. You are required to show bank statement. 4 to 6 months is recommended. Also, a job letter from your employer to show where you're getting your money from, and also pay slips. Now, if your host in Canada is paying for your trip in full, the bank statement is not a necessity. If you're self employed, so if you own a registered business, you'll be required to provide a letter from your accountant confirming the finances of the business. If you're self employed but your business is not registered, then you'll have to get a letter from a notary public or justice of the peace that would confirm the type of business that you're in and other information such as how long they know you, and they should be able to vouch for you. Proof of relationship. For proof of relationship, the documents that can be used are birth certificate, marriage certificate. IRCC also wants you to prove ties to your country. They want you to show that you will only be in Canada temporarily and you have plans to return to your home country because you have strong ties there. Some of the things that we recommend for ties: one, You can show strong family ties. So for your strong family ties, we recommend showing your birth certificate, marriage certificate, proof of employment. We want you to show that you have a stable job in your country, so an employment letter will suffice. Proof of asset ownership. So if you own a car or any type of motor vehicle, if you own house, if you own land, we recommend that you show a copy of the title of any of these. Proof of financials. So other than the bank statement that is recommended, if you have investments such as stocks and bonds, we recommend that you show those as proof of financial ties to your country. If you own business, company, documents for the business, etc., that can also be used as proof of ties to your country. You can also show proof of social ties. So if you're a member of a church or a community club, community association, we suggest that you get a letter confirming such, and you can also produce that to help you to apply to make your visitor visa application stronger. In addition, there are also additional documents that we recommend that you provide if you have it. So, for example, if you've traveled before, we recommend that you provide your travel history, a list of all the places that you have visited in the past 10 years, and the purpose of your visit. If you have not traveled before, then that's okay. Approval for the visitor visa is not only dependent on your travel history. So, no need to worry if you don't have a travel history. Travel itinerary is also recommended. So, IRCC would love to know where you plan to visit while you're in Canada. So, if you're able to put a travel itinerary together, including when you arrive, the places that you will visit each day, then that is also additional documentation that helps to boost the strength of your application. For proof of funds, a lot of persons continue to ask us how much money should you show. While there is no set amount by IRCC, we recommend that you show an amount that is comfortable enough to pay for your trip. We generally recommend showing a minimum of at least 5,000 Canadian dollars. If you're interested in visiting Canada, you can reach out to us and we can provide you with more information. You can email us at info@unexol.com. That is info at unexsol.com. Remember to like our video, remember to subscribe to our channel, remember to share with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.